Hello students, in this session of chapter number 12, that is biotechnology, we are going to learn regarding the third application, that is gene therapy. Now you all know that genes are transferred from one generation to another generation, and due to these genes, particular characters are developed in living organisms. Then different genetic disorders are found in human being. So gene therapy means the treatment of genetic disorders by altering, replacing or inserting gene. That means gene therapy involves the removal of defective genes and replacement of these defective gene by normal genes. Now you all know that different genetic disorders in human being are found, and these genetic disorders are like cystic fibrosis, then hemophilia, high cholesterol level, then high blood pressure, sickle cell anemia. So these are all the different genetic disorders. Then researches are carried on gene therapy to eradicate such genetic disorders. Then the use of gene therapy is carried in different ways. That means it involves or it helps to replace the defective genes and insertion of normal genes. Then insertion of genes speeding the destruction of cancer cells. That means gene therapy is used in cancer treatment. Then to insert or to deliver bacterial and viral genes as a form of vaccine in the body. That means different types of vaccines are produced which consist of bacterial and viral genes against different kinds of bacterial and viral diseases. So you know that vaccines provide active and acquired immunity against different kinds of bacterial as well as viral infections. Then insertion of genes promoting the growth of new tissue and healing of the damaged tissue. So gene therapy can be used in promoting the growth of a new tissue as well as healing or curing the damaged tissue. Similarly, gene therapy or genes are inserted for impairing viral and bacterial replication. That means when a particular disease is caused by either bacteria or viruses, so the genes when introduced, they impair the viral and bacterial replication. That means the replication of the viral as well as bacterial DNA is impaired or stopped by the use of gene therapy. So these are the different uses of gene therapy. Gene therapy is of two forms. The first one is germ-line therapy. Now germ-line therapy means in this type the germ cells are modified to correct genetic disorders or genetic defect. That means germ cells are modified by introducing normal genes, and these germ cells are sperms, egg and early embryos. So the defective genes can be replaced by normal genes in sperms, eggs or early embryos to remove the genetic disorders. Then germline therapy is useful in the treatment of different genetic disorders. Now germline therapy allows the transformation of modified genetic information to the next generation. But it is not used in human beings due to different ethical reasons. Then the second form of gene therapy is somatic cell gene therapy. Now, somatic cell gene therapy involves the modification of somatic cells genetically to correct genetic disorders or defect. That means somatic cells are modified with healthy genes to correct the genetic defect. Now, healthy genes are introduced in somatic cells like bone marrow cells, then hepatic cells, fibroblast, endothelium and pulmonary epithelial cells, then central nervous system, then endocrine cells and smooth muscle cells of blood vessels wall. So, these somatic cells are modified by introducing normal or healthy genes to correct different kinds of genetic disorders. Now, the modified chromosomes cannot pass to the next generation and they are limited to that person only, as the gene correction or the gene modification is carried in the somatic cells to correct different types of genetic disorders. By using somatic cell gene therapy, clinical trials for different genetic disorders are conducted. Then the trials are conducted in different diseases like cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, hemophilia, then phenylketonuria, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, emphysema, then diseases like thalassemia, then Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So, different genetic disorders are caused in human being, and this genetic disorders causes abnormality in such human being. So, studies and researches have started by using somatic cell gene therapy, and clinical trials have also started for different genetic disorders. Then the next application of biotechnology is production of genetically modified organisms, or in short called as GMOs. Now, by using biotechnology, genetic material is artificially manipulated in the laboratory through genetic engineering to produce or to create new combinations or combinations of plant, animal, then bacterial genes that do not occur in the nature or that are not obtained by crossbreeding. So, it is the manipulation of genetic material to get or to introduce the desired gene into an organism. Now, by using genetic engineering, transgenic plants are produced. Now, you know that traditionally the hybrid varieties were produced by using the traditional hybridization technique to improve the quality and productivity of the crops. Now, different hybrid varieties were developed in crops like wheat, rice, corn, etc. Then recently, to modify the plants or to modify or to improve the quality and productivity of the crops or the plants, biotechnology is used. In biotechnology, there is genetic modification of the plant. Now, genetically modified plants are produced like wheat, rice, maize, and there are about 60 dicot species which are genetically modified. The first transgenic plant produced was tobacco. Now transgenic plant means the plant which contain functional foreign gene. Then transgenic plants are used for different purposes like producing edible vaccines, then obtaining antibodies, as well as to produce immunotherapeutic drugs or medicine. So transgenic plants are produced by the manipulation of the genes in the laboratory by the method of genetic engineering. Now we will see the next topic, that is advantages of GM food plants, means genetically modified food plants. Now the first advantage of using genetically modified plant or transgenic plant is insect pest resistance. That means the transgenic plants have disease resistance capacity. Then the use of such varieties help the farmers to reduce the use of chemical pesticide and thus reduce the production cost. Similarly, it also reduces the different types of pollutions like soil pollution, then water pollution and air pollution. So insect pest resistant varieties can be developed by genetic engineering. Initially, the sprays of the bacteria called as Bacillus thuringiensis were used to protect the crops against different types of insects. But later on, transgenic plants, by using the bacterial gene, that is the bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis. So the bacterial gene is introduced in different types of crops. For example, BT cotton. BT cotton is a variety of cotton in which the gene of Bacillus thuringiensis have been introduced. Now, Bacillus thuringiensis sprays were used to control the different types of insects. But when this gene was introduced in the crop plant, the insect larvae which feed on the leaves of such plants, when they ingest the leaves contain the gene of Bacillus thuringiensis, which produces a protein inside the leaf, and when the insect ingests these leaves, the protein goes inside the midgut of the insects or the insect larvae. So due to the pH of the midgut, this protein turns into a toxic substance and thus cause the paralysis of midgut of such insect larvae, and these insect larvae are killed. So the gene of this bacteria, that is Bacillus thuringiensis, when introduced in crop plant, help to control different types of insects. Then the gene of alpha amylase inhibitor is isolated from the bean called as Phaseolus vulgaris, and it is introduced in tobacco plant. So this gene helps to protect the tobacco plant against the pest like Zarbotris subfasciatus. So by using the genes of the bacteria like Bacillus thuringiensis, different crop plants are modified to get insect pest resistance capacity. So transgenic plants are produced to increase their disease resistance capacity. Then the second advantage of transgenic food plant is improvement of the nutritional qualities. So, transgenic food plants are produced to improve their nutritional qualities. Now, you know that rice is the staple food of the poor people in most of the developing countries, and rice does not provide the required essential mineral nutrients and causes malnutrition in such people. So, Swiss researchers produced transgenic rice called as golden rice and transgenic mustard called as golden mustard, which was rich in vitamin A content. Now you know that vitamins are essential for complete normal and healthy growth, and the deficiency of vitamin A causes night blindness. So, Swiss researchers introduced the gene which produced vitamin A in rice and mustard. So, such transgenic crops are being prepared to solve the problem of malnutrition. Then there is improvement in the oil content in plants like soybean, then oil palm, sunflower by introduction or by the insertion of a gene called as Arabidopsis gene in such plants. So, due to the transfer of Arabidopsis genes, the oil content of these plants have been improved or increased. Then the gene responsible for the production of a protein called as ferritin protein. Now this ferritin protein is rich in iron content. So to provide the mineral nutrient that is iron, such ferritin producing gene is isolated from soybean and phaceolus and is transformed to rice. So the variety of rice has been prepared which contain the gene for the production of ferritin protein. Now this ferritin protein contain iron. So such improved crop varieties for the requirement or for satisfying the requirement of different kinds of minerals are prepared by genetic engineering, and such plants are called as genetically modified plants or transgenic plants. Then the next advantage of genetically modified food plants or transgenic plants is modification in post harvest characteristics. Now you know that when different kinds of fruits as well as crops are harvested and they are stored, but they do not show longer shelf life. So to increase the shelf life of different fruits, vegetables, modification is carried in different plants. Now you know that the different kinds of fruits show presence of pest, or due to the presence of different kinds of insects and pest, their shelf life becomes limited and they cannot be stored for long duration. So to increase the shelf life of different kinds of vegetables as well as fruits, genetic modification is carried. Example, flower sour tomato. Now flower sour tomato is a variety developed by inserting antisense gene. Now in tomato plant, an endogenous enzyme called as polygalactoronase is produced, and this enzyme breaks the pectin from the cell wall, and due to this the fruit becomes soft during ripening and has short storage life or shelf life. So by introducing the gene, that is antisense gene, the activity of this enzyme, that is polygalacturonase, is stopped or inhibited, and thus when the fruit of the tomato, that is flower sour tomato, is present on the plant, it remains hard and has a longer shelf life. So here we have seen the three advantages of genetically modified food plants or transgenic plants.